All right, so I am hoping to get 1,000 maintenance plans in the next 90 days using a 7-part strategy. This is the postcard element of it. So I want to hit a couple houses a lot of times on postcards. I've done postcards before. They're a regular part of my HVAC company. I do them differently than most people do. A lot of times people will just buy 3,000 addresses or 1,000 and mail them. That doesn't really work. Direct mail only works when you hit the same person several times. If you just spend $3,000 to hit 3,000 houses and hope you cast this huge net, that's not effective. You want to hit a smaller number of people many times. I'll give you an example. If you want to reach 100 houses, then you want to hit those 100 houses with 6 postcards. That's going to cost you $600, right? If a postcard's $1 each and you hit 100 houses with 6 postcards, that's $600. Now, if you mail to 600 houses one time, that's also $600. So wouldn't you rather spend the same amount of money hitting a smaller amount of people multiple times than a large amount of people once? Because you want people to start recognizing that brand, to start recognizing you, to start looking at that postcard like, hey, this thing has come several times, let me look at it. Because the first time they're going to throw it away, the second time they're going to throw it away, the third time they may leave it on the kitchen counter, the fourth time they might start to recognize it. That's the way things work. So what I do is, let me show you. This is something called Google My Maps, all right? And I'll show you exactly. If you type Google My Maps, you click on that, you can actually create a map. And the way you do it is you download your company data, all of your jobs. I've done, for this example, because I want to get 1,000 maintenances in the next 90. I want to target specific houses, people that want to take care of their stuff. I'll show you something really quickly. This is just an example. This is all of the jobs. I don't remember the time period, but I had the jobs downloaded from House Call Pro, let's say 2 years worth. And I had ChatGPT break them down into different categories. Now you see I have low repair, less than $250, small repair, $250 to $1,000, big repair, $1,000 to $3,000, and then I have change outs, $7,000 and up. And I'm color coding them. So if you see the low repair, they're all over the map. But there are neighborhoods and areas where they're only low repairs. You can see out here, way out here. And it's good to have that data. Look at this area here. This is only low tickets. Now I'm the same company, but there's definitely a trend here. Now this could mean you assigned a tech to a certain area too, but it's not the case in my business. But when you look at the big repairs, I color coded them green. They're kind of like condensed in the middle there. And when I look at change outs, they're all condensed in the middle. So you see the areas I really need to be targeting. And we'll get to the postcards here in a minute. Let me go back. Now these are the change outs. Now I started noticing if I click on one of these, it'll show you the amount of each job, of that specific job. I don't want to click on it because it's going to show you a customer's address. But I can see that there's really high ticket jobs, like big change outs, all clumped in a certain neighborhood. And what I did was I picked out 3 neighborhoods that had the biggest jobs. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to take that into my postcard software, where I have a lot of different designs, all tailored to different things. I am going to make a campaign. See here, if I hit create campaign, we'll go on neighborhood blitz. Just pick a random neighborhood. This is just something that popped up. Okay. If you draw a shape around a neighborhood, the software is going to tell you how many houses are in that neighborhood. So in this case, you see 1,156 houses. I don't want to spend $1,100 on one mailer to 1,100 houses. I am going to filter that down a little bit, less houses, so my budget can stretch a lot further. So if I'm going to spend $1,000, I want to spend on less amount of houses and hit them multiple times, right? That's what stretches it out a little bit. So what I'll do is, Let's change the age and say I want people that are at least 45 years old. And let's go income, people who made at least $100,000 a year. Okay, boom. All right, 107 people in that neighborhood. Those are the 107 people I would want to target because they're older. They probably have learned their lesson. They need to take care of things, so they probably take care of their stuff a little bit better. They're high earners. It's also a signal, all right? So I picked the neighborhood of where we make the most money, and I narrow that down to the people who we think would spend the most. Say they're going to take care of their stuff. This is targeting because I want to make 1,000 maintenances in 90 days. So I want to target people who are going to take care of their stuff. If I was looking for new change outs, I might try to target a neighborhood where the houses are older or something like that. Okay. Now, once I set the campaign, you see I have a campaign here. I have 6 postcards. First one's going to get mailed March 2nd, then March 9th, then March 23rd, then April 9th. So I picked 3 neighborhoods, each neighborhood 100 houses. I'm going to mail them 5 or 6 times. So it's going to cost me, you do the math, right? 100 times 6, $600 per neighborhood for 6 times each. So the first time they might see it, throw it away. The second time they might see it, throw it away. The third time they might start saying, what is this? It keeps coming. Now they're starting to notice it. Also, what this will do is, hopefully I'll make the 1,000 maintenances in 90 days, but even if I don't, this is leading into the summer. That's starting to get brand recognition. Even when things are slow, people are going to start to notice the brand, because what I don't want is this summer people to, for their AC to break in, I don't want them to Google. I want them off of Google. I don't want them saying HVAC business owners near me, or HVAC companies near me, or HVAC repair companies. I don't want that. I want them to recognize the company. And even if they do Google, when they see the listings, they'll say, hey, call that company, because it's that brand recognition. Now, there's a lot of other things you can do here on your postcards. What I like to do is I like to get my trucks in there, because if I mail them 6 times and they see the truck on the road during that 5-week period, that's 7 times because they saw the truck. If they see the Facebook ad, because it looks exactly the same colors and everything, that's 8 touches. So the more touches, the better, because honestly, it takes up to 12 times for someone to see or interact with your brand for them to even hire you. So that's leading into the summer. That's going to work for my brand recognition anyway. These are the things I like to do. When spring hits around February, we have a long shoulder season. I'm really trying to get brand recognition, so that also helps there. So that's the goal. That's the postcard strategy, what you can do. I'm trying to do this for this maintenance challenge, 1,000 maintenances in 90 days, but you can use the same strategy if you want to target a certain neighborhood for change outs or anything like that. So I'm going to mail these out. I will follow up and let you know if it works and what the results are. Of course, I have QR codes on there, which I didn't show you. If a house scans that QR code, I'm going to know. And if a certain neighborhood is scanning a lot, I'm going to expand and then send to more houses in that neighborhood. I have a phone number on there that records phone calls. I can also check the phone calls too and check those recordings. So a lot of things going on. Here we go. All right. Hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, put them in the comments.